Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
Up, growing tired of knots, tangled up in problems, and not caring enough. Now I'm on a journey to find what's right, always telling the but hiding all the lies. And don't go thinking I'm being myself. I just act this way around you, and someone else isn't where I wanna be. Let's look in the kitchen and the living room. Nothing to find but what's left from a really great time that wasn't any of mine. Running away feels like a storm. Let's throw our problems out the door today. Well, finding things clear to me. And don't go thinking I'm being myself. I got other things on my mind, not you or anyone else. This isn't where I wanna be. Whoa, make me see the things on the inside. 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 Don't go thinking I'm being myself. I just act this way around you, and to someone else. This isn't where I wanna be. Whoa, crap.
She asked me maybe if I could share her sorrow for all the men that tried to treat her wrong. You're just a baby awaiting her tomorrow. It's rock me baby all night long. She needs an answer to her confusion, someone to guide her with tenderness. But when she's asking for a solution, oh, she gets, you know, it's something like this. I don't know where we come from, I don't know where we're going to, but if all this should have a reason, we would be the last to know. So let's just hope there is a promised land. Hang on till then, as best as we can. Everybody else, you know, it fills her with compassion. That's why she tries to save the world alone. She helps the needy in her own fashion and tries to give them all her own. She needs an answer to her confusion, someone to guide her with tenderness. But when she's asking for a solution, oh, she gets, you know, it's something like this. I don't know where we come from, I don't know where we're going to, but if all this should have a reason, we would be the last to know. So let's just hope there is a promised land. Hang on till then, as best as we can.
All I want is to be loved. All I want is you. All I want is to be from somewhere, an address for me and you. Sometimes it feels impossible to get along. It feels impossible to get along. Again, I'm living with my family. Again, I'm feeling blue. Again, you've made me question our love. Again, with you, sometimes it feels impossible to get along. Yeah, it feels impossible to get along. Sometimes it feels impossible. So now I sit alone in silence, waiting hear from you. I pray there's something left inside us. If it's broken, I've got some glue. I'll fix it all for you. Fix it all for you. I'll fix it all for you. I'll fix it all for you. It all for you. But it feels impossible to.
Live from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports World Radio. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm the host, Jeff Escow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. It's Friday. We got a lot to get to, so I'm just going to get right to it. You can listen to Sports World Radio right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. If you're over there and you got a freaking Skype account, click the red button that says Call Now, and you can Skype us all your questions, your answers, whatever you want. That's how you get in touch with the show. Only if you have Skype, you can click that red button right there on SportsWorldRadio.com that says Call Now, and you can give us a call right through Skype. You can also listen to Sports World Radio on Spreaker.com and also on HonestAnswerRadio.com as well. Please like us over there on Facebook at SportsWorldRadio.com over there. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. That's Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. And follow us on Twitter. That's Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. No O in world over there on Twitter. It's Sports World Radio without the O on Twitter. Okay. Also, we're subscribe to our iTunes channel, bitches. That's right. We're on iTunes. Subscribe to our iTunes channel, Sports World Radio, all one word on iTunes. You'll never miss another Sports World Radio show, and that includes every show we do here on Sports World Radio. With all that being said and out the freaking way, what do you say we bring in the co-host of Sports World Radio, our friend, the update man himself, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on, pal?
I'm doing good, Jeff, and welcome everybody to Friday, January 3rd, 2014. It is 7:07 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 4:07 p.m. on the West. And for all those people who have been getting hit with the winter storm out there, one piece of advice: stay warm.
That's what you get for living where you live.
Well, you're the one who doesn't even like living in the cold weather out there.
I know. That's why I live in San Diego, man. What do you think I am, stupid?
Well, no, of course not. When you lived in Missouri and you knew all about what the cold was
Screw
like.
that freaking town. That's cold over there, man. The hell with that crap, man. No freaking way.
Yes, indeed. I'm doing good. It's a pretty cool day. Actually warm out here. We don't have any snow on the ground out here in Idaho, and I know there's no snow even close in San Diego.
Nothing here, man. I'm hanging out in the beautiful... I had to put the air conditioner on again today. It was a little freaking warm in the studio, man.
It's about the 80s or 70s in San Diego.
Oh, well, in the studio it's probably about 85, and then outside it's probably about 70, 75, 77. So it was kind of nice. It's beautiful out here. It's been gorgeous out here. Great freaking weather. Excellent weather. Excellent weather. What do you say? We got a lot to get to. We're gonna do we're gonna make our NFL picks for tomorrow's games in the second half of the show. We're also doing our NBA elimination that we do on Fridays where Sean and I will be eliminating 2 NBA teams each. When we'll end up with 1 team each where we will be rooting to win the NBA Finals this year. We got that to get to in the second half of the show. But before we do that, we got to take care of the first half of the show. And you know what? I know something? Before we go any further, Wes, I don't know if you're listening. I don't know if you're here and hanging out with us in the chat room. But, dude, get over it. Like you, excuse me, like you really got a letter from Roger Goodell. Go suck it, will you?
He posted on my wall and on Jeff's wall on Facebook today. I just laughed. I was like, oh my gosh, Wes, it's Friday, okay? Come on, the NFL season's over.
He's still upset. He's telling me that Roger Goodell sent him that letter. I don't believe that for a freaking second, my friend.
And Wes is saying that Jeff doesn't know anything about the NFL. He does, and he's so right.
What do you mean I don't know anything about the NFL? I've been making some mad-ass predictions, haven't I, dude?
Yeah. Well, my friend who's a Cowboy fan says, hey, he goes, tell that host Escal of yours that, hey, who beat the Giants twice? The Dallas Cowboys did. Ha!
Doesn't matter. Where are the Cowboys? Sitting at home just like the New York Giants are, so shut the hell up.
Speaking of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, here's what he said. He goes, quote, let's add 4 more teams. Dallas Cowboys owner general manager Jerry Jones, a postseason spectator for the 4th consecutive year, is in favor of expanding
I'm
the
sure
NFL playoffs.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is.
He goes, quote, from the standpoint of looking at how exciting it is for a city or a community to be involved in the playoffs, and the fact that you can have a team that might have literally operated at 500 in that area.
Yeah.
That team win the Super Bowl, Jones said Friday.
I'm sure he wants to expand the playoffs in the NFL because that's the only way he's getting in.
He's upset because his Cowboys have finished 8-8 3 straight years.
And can't get into the playoffs. But he wants to expand the playoffs so his 8-8 season will be able to get into the playoffs. I don't want expansion in the playoffs in the NFL. Please leave it the way it is so Jerry Jones and the Cowboys don't get in it for a couple more years.
He goes, quote, that makes a big case for adding a couple of more cities or communities that have NFL teams to the playoffs.
No. Jerry Jones, that's the only way you can get in by NFL adding more teams? That's cheating.
Hey, Brownie, yeah, it does. I read the article and I was like, what? There's a total of 12 teams. They only go to the Super Bowl to the first Sunday. Why do we want to add 4 more teams? I just sat there reading the article saying Jeff will shake his head.
Cheating. Cheater. And I know the saying, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But come on, that's cheating. You know what? I think I'm going to go with adding more teams to the playoffs because I believe that's the only way we're getting in, so I'm going to do it. That's a joke. Come on, Jerry.
No, Jerry Jones is probably saying, look, there's got to be some way that my Cowboys can get into the playoffs, even though I missed 3 straight years.
Now, how funny would it be if they expand the playoffs and he still doesn't get in? That's funny. Come on. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it be?
Hey, look at Browning. Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Come on. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be freaking awesome if he couldn't get in. Come on, you can't expand. There's what are you gonna add? One more team in each in the NFC and the AFC? You can't. You'd have to add 2, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Right? You'd have to add 2 more from the NFC and 2 more from the AFC. So what are you gonna have? 3 wild card games from each that 1 week? That's freaking nuts, man. Come on. No. Wrong.
Jerry Jones added more. He goes, quote, it just creates that much more excitement and that much more interest for people in those communities.
Yeah, I'm sure it does,
All on
Jerry.
the side of the ledger that would increase the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, Jerry. I'm sure it does, Jerry. You just want them to do it so you have a better shot at getting it. Where's Wes? Because Wes would love to hear this too.
Yeah. I read it too, and I was thinking of Wes the whole time. Wes is saying he's picking up his wife, but he's going to hear us on his phone.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Hey, Wes, you probably agree with Jerry Jones, don't you? Let's add some more playoff teams so we have a definite chance of getting in. Damn cheaters. Come on, that's not right.
Hey, Browning, did you see what Wes put on our walls for Facebook? I'm pretty sure Browning is like going, boy, Wes
Roger
completely
Goodell.
lost his mind.
Yeah, and I'm sure Roger Goodell wasted his time to write you a letter. Yeah, lots of luck with that one.
I read that, and I thought, there is no way in heck that Roger Goodell would write to Wes, the owner of G Fix Show.
and not only that, but write it that particular way. That it was written, correct?
Yeah.
With all the stats and everything in there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Roger Goodell would never do that. I wrote on my when I saw that and I read some of it, I was like, look at this freaking thing. There's no way Roger Goodell wrote this. This has got Wes written all over it.
That's what I was saying, too.
So you know what I wrote back to him? I said, Wes, this has got you written all over it. You wrote this letter, you bastard. There's no way.
I couldn't believe it.
If he thinks Roger Goodell is going to waste his time to write Wes a letter, Wes must be living in Colorado and smoking some good smoke.
And then he says that he knows more about football than you, and he says that he's
whatever.
right. Jeff is wrong.
Yeah. I'm right and you're wrong. You're the one who's writing letters to yourself and saying it's Roger Goodell. I'm right and you're wrong. Lots of luck. You know what? You're the one who should be going into the nut farm. You're writing letters to yourself as Roger Goodell. Who's crazy?
Here it is, Friday. It was only, 4 days ago? Yeah,
Who's
5
crazier?
days ago.
Who's crazier, him or me? I'm not the one writing letters to myself as Roger Goodell, dude. All right, what do you?
I would say that Wes has got to totally be crazy because there's no way, Wes, that Roger Goodell would write a letter to you. I just sat there and laughed.
No,
saying, that's impossible.
And then he's sending back to me. He says, Roger Goodell writes me a letter every year. I said, that's because you write it. You write that letter every year and say it's from Roger Goodell. Don't give me no crap. What's the letter? You know what? I'll be interested to see the letter he gets from Roger Goodell when and if the Pittsburgh Steelers win another Super Bowl. In fact, I'm interested to see the letter he got from Roger Goodell when they won their last Super Bowl.
Wes will probably say, well, when the Steelers win the Super Bowl, I'll just congratulate myself, and then I'll say, yeah, the Steelers are champions.
I bet you he doesn't get a letter. I bet you he doesn't get a letter from Roger Goodell when they win the Super Bowl. Only when they don't make the playoffs or they don't win the Super Bowl does he get a letter from Roger Goodell.
And the last one was 2008 since Pittsburgh last won a Super Bowl.
What's your next topic you got?
Oh, that's hysterical. Even with Jerry Jones saying, let's add 4 more teams. The next topic we get to, Bob Stoops, the college coach of Oklahoma, when they stunned the Alabama Crimson Tide, saying, you know what, I think I may have a shot at the NFL.
Did
Jeff?
you watch any of that?
I didn't watch any of that, but Bob Stoops in the NFL, and there's one team interested.
No, stay in college. Stay right where you're at, dude. Stay right where you're at. Nick Saban tried it. He's back in college. Right?
Steve Spurrier tried it. He went back to South Carolina.
He's back in college. Bill O'Brien, who just signed with Texan, he tried it. He's back. He's back in the NFL where he belongs. He's not a college football coach. He's an NFL football coach. He knows that, and I know that. There are a couple of other coaches that tried it and are back in the NCAA football. Don't do it, dude. Stay right there. You got a great gig right there. Stay right there.
Yeah, Bob Stoops has done a great job with that Oklahoma program, and he just doesn't fit with the team that's interested in him, and that would be, Jeff, the Cleveland Browns.
They're going after another college coach. They haven't learned their lesson yet?
Yep.
You know what? If they do that, they deserve to suck.
The Browns? Yeah.
If they do that and go after another college coach, It's their fault. They deserve to suffer. What happened to the saying, Cleveland? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Whatever happened to that, dude? Do not do that again. Go and get yourself an NFL head coach, will you?
Yeah, look at an offensive or a special teams or a defensive coordinator. That's what the NFL teams are doing these days.
Yeah, Wes, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about in football. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Bob Stoops has a 160-39 record at Oklahoma and became the only coach to win all 4 BCS Bowls. There was the Sugar Bowl that he won, the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
He deserves just to stay right there. He's got to stay right there. He's not an NFL coach. He's a college football coach. And the sooner the quicker he realizes that, the better.
Yeah, and Stoops received a contract extension in July through the 2020 season. He signed a 7-year, $34.5 million contract in 2011.
What is that, 7 million, a little under, what is that, $5 million a year?
Yeah, 7 years, $34.5 million.
That's enough.
Yeah, so I'm like saying, don't go to Cleveland. The Browns are enough of a mess. The Browns need to go look at a new coach in the NFL because, like you said, if Stoops goes there, it's not going to work, and he'll go right back to college. Steve Spurrier tried it. I don't know how O'Brien will do with the Texans.
Yeah, and Sabian tried it and failed. Nick Sabian tried it and failed. Come on, Stoops. Stay where you're at, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Browning goes, where's Kenny right now? And we're talking about Bob Stoops, LOL. Well, Browning, I think he's probably thinking about tomorrow's playoff game against your Eagles.
We'll see. Next topic.
Next one, we got the Houston Texans. Since they just hired their new head coach, they're open to trading the number 1 pick. Bob McNair is open to trading out of the number 1 overall selection in this year's NFL draft.
That's because I don't want to pick a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's because they're going to go one of the quarterbacks they have. They're not going to go pick a quarterback.
And Schaub can grow from this. He just had a bad year, and Houston did too. Trying to move beyond Gary Kubiak, and we'll see what O'Brien can bring to their team. I don't know. He could be just a guy that could try it and go right back to the college level. Although he was, a coordinator with the Patriots, too.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, he's going to have a new offense over there now.
Mm-hmm. New system.
So maybe that's why they kept him, because they think that he can run this system really good. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe one of the other guys is going to be the starters. Who knows? Maybe they obviously think they have their starter, so they don't need a quarterback.
Yeah, Houston needs a quarterback with the likely departure of veteran Matt Schaub and the struggles of young quarterback Casey, good luck with that one, who started 8 games and didn't win any of them.
Yeah, well, obviously they're not taking a quarterback, or they wouldn't move out of the number 1 spot. Right?
Yep.
I mean, if it's smart, they stay in the number 1 spot and take Clowney. Hello?
Yeah.
Take some defense. Take Clowney. Going with, you'd put Clowney on Houston and with whatchamacallit already there. Woohoo!
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't be a bad defense.
In Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Minnesota Vikings, here's the next one for you, Jeff, are scheduled to interview Cleveland Browns defensive coordinator Ray Horton for the vacant head coaching job.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him either. The Vikings fired Leslie Frazier in December after a disastrous 5-10-1 season.
No rumblings about Shanahan around anywhere, right?
There's no rumors yet about Shanahan.
Wow. You might not see him in the NFL next year. How many spots are still open? 3 or 4, right?
3 or 4. And I can see this happening with Shanahan. I can see him maybe being an ESPN, Fox Sports, or NFL Today on CBS analyst for maybe a year or two, and then somebody will say, hey, Mike, how would you like to coach this team?
Well,
I can see that happening.
He didn't do that last time. He just stayed out of everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe he'll just do that again. Stay out of everything and not get involved.
Yeah, just like Bill Cowher, who's with the NFL Today on CBS.
Well, Bill Cowher's doing something. He's not staying out of anything. So not just like Bill Cowher, because Bill Cowher's working. Shanahan just stayed away from everything, didn't do any work, just stayed at home and hung out with family. Maybe that's what he's going to do this time. You know, he wasn't Shanahan wasn't on TV anywhere, wasn't an analyst anywhere, didn't broadcast anywhere, didn't do anything. You didn't hear of him when he was not in football, correct?
Correct.
So you can't say just like Cowher doing an analyst thing. So that what you said is totally 100% wrong.
I know, but but the way I'm viewing it is that he probably would be an analyst for maybe a year or two, and then somebody else could reach out to him and ask him for about a coaching position.
I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to do that at all. According to what he's done in the past, he hasn't done that. So I don't think he's going to do that at all. I think he's just going to be out of football until somebody comes and gets him.
That is true. The next one we got for you, Sunday's playoff contest in Green Bay could be one of the coldest NFL games ever played.
It's going to be a pretty cold game out there, man. Colder than the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. It's supposed to be colder than that freaking game. And that's going to be freaking nuts, dude. That's just unbelievable. Can you imagine being in a colder game than when they played that game way back then when the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field? It's going to be colder than that, dude.
Rivaling the sub-zero temperatures of the legendary Ice Bowl of 1967, which was between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers, when temperatures overall, it was 13 below zero when Tom Landry's Cowboys went up against Vince Lombardi's Packers, and a wind chill of 30 below zero. So it will be very, very cold on Sunday afternoon or night.
What was it when it was the Dallas and the Packers? 15 below?
It was 13 below zero in 1967.
1967, and it's supposed to be colder than that, right?
Right.
Oh, my. Can you imagine playing those? You know what? I wouldn't give a flying fig Newton. I would not be at that game for nothing. I don't care if I had tickets. I would walk outside to go to the game, and I would turn around and walk right back in the house and say, "Screw this."
Hey, what if Packer fans were like, "Jeff, no, stay, have some coffee or some hot chocolate. You'll stay warm and put the long johns on."
What do you mean, Jeff, at the stage? No, I wouldn't even make it off my front porch. There's no way I'm going to that game. Hey, speaking of the game, I was reading an article late last night, and I know you said this on the radio show yesterday, and I wanted to see if there was any. Have you found? Have they blacked out the games in Cincinnati, in Indianapolis, and in Green Bay?
Indianapolis, Green Bay, and Cincinnati. I do believe the Indianapolis and Cincinnati games are blacked out, but I was hearing on Facebook today that I don't want to get this one false here, Jeff, but I do believe the Packers game will be sold out.
Because I was reading an article last night that Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, was going to buy up the rest of the tickets so the game won't be blacked out and then give them away.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty cool idea, you know. But we'll see what happens because I haven't heard anything that if any of the games were blacked out or anything. Can you imagine? I was reading an article last night. It was, what was it? I think it was 12 years ago. 12, if I remember correctly, 12 years ago was the last time a playoff game was blacked out in a local area. How about that, Sean?
Jeez.
12 years ago was the last time a playoff game was blacked out. And if the playoff game gets blacked out, not only will it be blacked out on TV, but they're going to black it out on online streaming as well for those people that live in the area.
Ooh.
How about that? How sneaky are those sons of bitches, man? They're going to black it out on the TV and online.
Browning goes, last I heard the Bengals and Charger game are sold out. That's what I heard from SportsCenter.
Okay, because it's not going to matter to me anyway, because I live in San Diego, so I'll get to watch all the games. But how funny would that be if a game gets blacked out? Come on.
It would be funny, and then Roger Goodell would probably say, look, I screwed up, but I still think I'm doing a good job.
I would love to see the Green Bay game not be black. I would love to see the Green Bay game be blacked out. You know? Be blacked out. All those fans that didn't go to the game because it's so freaking cold, now they can't watch it at home or nothing. How funny would that be, dude? How funny would that be?
Funny and hilarious.
Yes, definitely. Funny and hilarious. You hit the nail right on the head, brother man.
Absolutely. And I think that, for Green Bay, San Francisco, I would expect Lambeau Field to be sold out. It's the way football is meant to be played. The Packers have played so many games in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
Yeah, frozen tundra. I love that.
Yeah. And that's what Chris Berman says. And then Philadelphia, it's going to be cold there too. And I know that their game is sold out. And Cincinnati, I know that it's just been so hard to get tickets because people are broke after the holidays or people are, of course, still out of work. So they
how
can't
hard
really afford it.
Come on, dude. They were 8-0 this season at home, Cincinnati. They deserve a sellout, for Christ's sakes, man.
They've been incredible all year at home, and I can't wait till we get into our picks real soon after the update.
Yeah, well, and speaking of update, what do you say we go into that update right now? This update is brought to you by Keurig.coffeemachines.com. For all your coffee machines, head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Coffee lover? That's right. Head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the only update of the day.
In the NBA, welcome to Friday's update. Here we go. The Toronto Raptors at the Washington Wizards, first quarter with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. The Raptors lead 24-15. Other games, the Golden State Warriors at the Atlanta Hawks, the New Orleans Pelicans at the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, who defeated the San Antonio Spurs, upset them last night, at the Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Clippers at the Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies at the Denver Nuggets. Final game of the night, two teams that are really, really struggling, and that would be the Utah Jazz at the Los Angeles Lakers. In Major League Baseball, we are not very far away, as you know, from spring training. We are just a month away, but here's some news. Rockies owner Monfort pleads guilty because he was doing a DUI. The question is, was he playing Who Are You or Who Am I? That's only the big headlines, as MLB offseason pretty slow right now after all the big moves from the winter meetings and all the transactional signings. Of course, in the NFL, the big news, Jerry Jones is saying, you know what, we should expand the NFL playoffs. Instead of having 12 teams, let's go to 16 teams total. He's in favor of it. That's what he told 105.3 The Fan today. And the hits keep coming for the Dallas Cowboys, who have just continued to be really upset. DeMarco Murray was fined $21,000 because with the crown of his helmet on Eagles defensive end, Damian Square, on a 10-yard catch on Sunday. So the Cowboys had also 8 players that were hit with fines. Wide receiver Dez Bryant was fined $7,875 for a throat slash against the gesture versus the Rams. This happened this year. Cameron Lawrence was fined $21,000, and the list goes on for the players of the Dallas Cowboys, as they have just been hit with a brutal offseason already after 3 straight chokes. 4 games. Tomorrow we got 2 games on tap. We've got the first game. It'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and that game can be seen on NBC. The second game on NBC, it'll be the New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles. That game is 10 after 8 p.m. East Coast time, which is 10 after 5 p.m. West Coast time. For your update for Sports World Radio, I'm Sean Mann. Back to the host of Sports World Radio, Jeff Escal.
That update was brought to you by KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. For all your coffee needs, head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. All right, Shawnee, what do you got for me next? We got What do you want to do first? What do you say we do the NBA elimination first?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay. Sean and I every Friday eliminate 2 teams apiece in our elimination game that we're playing, our NBA elimination game that we're playing here. We've been doing it for a while. We do it during the NBA season. And we end up with 1 team apiece. Not necessarily the same team because we don't know what the heck's going on. But last year it happened to be the same team. Who knows what's going to happen this year? What did you say you go first, my friend?
All right, Jeff, first team I'm going with, Dallas Mavericks.
You're taking out the Dallas Mavericks, huh?
Yeah, I believe they're improved. They'll play better, make the playoffs, but I don't see them going very far, and I know Mark Cuban won't like that.
Okay, so you're taking out the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to get rid of the Atlanta Hawks.
Ooh, okay, so Jeff went with the Atlanta Hawks.
I went with the Atlanta Hawks. That's right. Oh, all right. So who are you taking? Who's your second team?
Phoenix Suns.
You're taking the Phoenix Suns, my friend. So you took the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, and I've taken the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm going to eliminate the Los Angeles Lakers.
Good choice. And Jeff, the Lakers are hit with injuries. I know we're going to get to our picks for the NFL, but one topic that I also had when you're talking about the Lakers, Steve Nash is expecting to have a return in February. As long as the Lakers continue to get hit with injuries, they are not going to be going anywhere, and they're very much out of the playoff race now.
February? So what does that mean? That Kobe and Nash will be coming back almost the same time?
Pretty much, but LA is 13 and 19. They are pretty much out of it. They'll need a miracle just to get into the playoffs like last year.
Like just to get into the 8th seed?
Mm-hmm.
You think?
Well, yeah, remember they went 45 and 37 before they got just absolutely swept and blown out by San Antonio last year.
Well, we'll see what happens. I happen to agree with you. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I happen to agree with you on that for sure.
And how strange would it be, Jeff, if possibly the Boston Celtics and the LA Lakers both don't make the playoff? That's still a possibility.
We haven't seen that in quite a few years, have we?
Yeah, I think it was like 06 or no, wait, 06 LA was in there. I remember the last time both Boston and LA did not make the playoffs.
I don't remember either. But I guess we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yep.
Because when it happens, they're going to mention it. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll definitely say so. Oh, this is the first year in 20 or whatever the hell it is, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the hell it is, they'll say. This is the first time in 35 years that the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers have not made the playoffs together. They've both have always been in the... Oh, my God. People will be going crazy. It'll be mass hysteria.
Well, both teams will have to go to a different direction, if you ask me. But Celtics...
Boston's already...
Teams. Celtics are rebuilding and fighting for the lottery, if you ask me. And the Lakers are just trying to get through their injuries. But the more games they lose, better the chances are they will not make it this year, which means Mike D'Antoni could be out as Lakers coach. I would not rule that out.
Yeah, he's going to only last one more year there, and then he'll be gone.
And then the Lakers have to figure out who they want as another head coach, and you don't even know what's going to happen with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he's only going to be there one more year, and then he'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Kobe retires next season, then he'll be gone. Bet your sweet ass on that one.
Because Kobe Bryant wants to make sure he's happy in L.A., and of course when the breakup of the Lakers from 2004 happened, everything really changed, and then he was kind of the captain, the leader of that team, and of course they won it in 2009 and 2010.
Right. So it's going to be very interesting,
Yeah, and by the way, Jeff, the NBA All-Star Game will be coming up here pretty soon, too, a couple weeks after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, February, right?
Right.
Yeah, February comes up. See, I'm smart, dude. Wes, blow it out your ass.
Yeah,
All right.
it'll be fun. The 3-point contest, the slam dunk, and then, of course, the celebrities play an NBA game.
Yeah, I
which
like
is kind of
watching those
cool,
people make jackasses out of themselves. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. All right, what do you say we get to the 2 games on Saturday?
Yes, the first game, Jeff, starting at, 1:25, 1:30, which is 4:30 p.m. Eastern. It'll be the Kansas City Chiefs heading to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a playoff game. Kansas City's in there after their season last year, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Who are you taking?
This was a very tough choice for me, but, I say the playoff drought continues for Kansas City. They did not end the season very well. I'm going to go with the Colts. They have played very well at home this year.
I really wanted to take Kansas City, but I don't. They didn't beat Indianapolis and Kansas City when they played. So how the hell are they going to beat them in Indy, Kansas City?
Yeah, and I
mean?
remember when the Colts went in there and they beat the Chiefs. Chiefs played very sloppy in that game. I don't see it happening. Remember, the Chiefs played the Colts in a playoff game. They've actually played them a couple times, but that was when Peyton Manning was there. Colts beat them both. Actually, the Colts have beaten them, I think, 3 times. That's right. They beat them when Harbaugh was quarterback of the Colts, and then Peyton Manning. So, Jeff, I think the Colts definitely have the advantage in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts in this game as well. I'm taking the Colts. Now, this game, because don't forget, we have our NFL Real Talk tomorrow, 7 p.m. on the West, 10 p.m. on the East. That game will be over by the time we go on the air tomorrow. And the next game that we're going to talk about will be almost over by the time we go on the air tomorrow night, right?
Ooh.
So we'll have at least one game to talk about tomorrow night, the Kansas City Indy game, and then we'll have the second game, Philadelphia and New Orleans, to watch and talk about while we're doing the show tomorrow night. So join us for our NFL Real Talk tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the West, 10 p.m. on the East for that, as well as us picking our 2 picks for Sunday's games. So, all right, so who are you taking in the Philadelphia-New Orleans game?
This was another tough pick. I'll be thinking of Kenny C with the Saints, and I'll be thinking of TCB and Browning Master. The Eagles looked really impressive. Remember, they were 3-5 to start this season out, and then they go, 7-1 in their last 8 games. Go 10-6. I go with Philadelphia.
You go with Philly, right? Because
I go with the Eagles.
It's going to be cold, right? It's going to be cold, and it's snowing like a son of a bitch over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's snowing like a son of a bitch over there, isn't it?
The East Coast is getting blasted and hammered with snow right now.
And New Orleans don't play well on the road, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. I'm going with Philadelphia as well.
The Philadelphia fans are going to be rocking tomorrow night. Philadelphia's
They're going to be throwing snowballs, dude. They're going to be throwing snowballs. Are you kidding me? That's snow. There'll be batteries in those snowballs.
They did that when they played at the old Veteran Stadium.
Oh, wait, dude. Wait till you see tomorrow's game. And it's the night game, right? Yeah, it's the night game. So it's going to be freaking cold as a son of a bitch, man. It's going to be freaking gnarly cold tomorrow night. Gnarly cold. I'm going to be laughing my ass off.
The only way the Saints will beat the Eagles is if Drew Brees has a good game. And again, the Saints have to play well on the road, and it's been a weakness for them all year. I've seen some of the games that they've lost in heartbreak. They have not looked good on the road.
No, they haven't. But the Eagles went into Dallas and beat Dallas. Like you said, New Orleans, the Saints don't play well on the road. Breeze has a problem this year for some strange reason. It's going to be exceptionally cold tomorrow. I got to put that favor with Philadelphia. Last time in a big-ass snowstorm, they beat Detroit in Philly. So that's why I'm taking Philadelphia in this one. You got to.
Yeah, I'm going to. And for New Orleans, they're kind of like the Kansas City Chiefs in a way, because the Chiefs, they haven't looked very impressive on the road too. So Chiefs and Saints are definite underdogs. I just don't see them both winning. Kansas City at Indianapolis, no, and I don't see the Saints going into Philadelphia.
Okay, let me ask you a question. At the bottom, down there by the tiebreaker number 2, do you have any of your teams playing tomorrow will score the most points or will score the fewest points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I have both for tomorrow's games.
Okay, so who's good? Which team do you think scoring the most points in the playoffs this week?
Jeff, I'm going with Indianapolis Colts.
You think they're going to score the most points this week? Okay.
Yep.
And who do you got for the fewest?
I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's funny because I got the Kansas City Chiefs scoring the fewest as well. Okay? And believe it or not, I got the San Diego Chargers scoring the most. What is that
I know Wes doesn't want to hear it because Wes is still upset about the Chargers.
I know. And I'm going to catch 22. And I'm still debating. So if I change my mind, I have to change that too. So I got to do it quickly because that's got to be done by tomorrow. So I have to, But I'm Cincinnati hasn't lost a home game all year long. It's going to be cold as all hell.
And they're just itching, Jeff, the people of Cincinnati, even Ebo, for a playoff win. 23 years since that last Bengals playoff win in January of 91. It's been a drought. It's like, can't we get the monkey off our back? Will Andy Dalton play a good game? And I can still see that Andy Dalton will. He's been very good at home, great quarterback, and he is much better than Romo.
It's going to be interesting tomorrow to see who picks who tomorrow between the Cincinnati Chargers and the 49 Green Bay game. It's going to be very, very interesting. But those are our picks for tomorrow's games. We're both taking the Colts and we're both taking the Eagles, huh?
Yep. That's why I saved it on the update, not to mention Sunday's games until we get there for tomorrow, even though we're going to be talking about it.
Both taking the Colts and we're both taking the Eagles. Do you know the distribution in the Indianapolis Kansas City game is 53-47 Indy, and then and then in the New Orleans Philadelphia game it's 51-49 Philly. So it's pretty close for both.
I was, Philadelphia, New Orleans was tough out of all of the picks for this weekend's wild card games.
You think so?
Yeah, just because the Eagles have been playing well, the Saints, they're good. Since Browning, good job as always, buddy, putting that. The Saints have an 0-5 record on the road this year. Actually, in the playoffs, I think.
Yeah, well, they're terrible on the road. And it's gonna. And not only that, they're a dome team. They play in the dome. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna freeze their ass off tomorrow night, dude. And they're playing at nighttime, which is even freaking worse.
Yeah, and fans of Philadelphia, you will be expecting snowballs to be thrown. Because I remember at the old Veterans Stadium, when I watched games on TV, Eagle fans did that all the time to the opposition, threw snowballs.
Nut jobs. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying?
If Jeff got hit with the snowball, Jeff would be like, bring it, Eagle fans.
Nut jobs. I'm telling you, dude. You're going to freeze your ass off. You're going to be wanting to get out of there as soon as you get on the field because it's going to be so damn cold. It's not going to be... And why they're playing it at night, it's going to be even freaking colder. I would not be a bit surprised if it's freaking, 3 degrees and the wind chill factor makes it -10 or -12. Both games could be worse than the frozen tundra game.
Yeah, and what they're saying for Lambeau Field, Jeff, for Sunday, that the Packer 49er game is supposed to be 2 below 0, and the wind chill is supposed to be really bad. I don't have the stats for that yet for the weather, but the Eagles, it's going to be really cold there too.
Yeah, it's going to, and they just got nailed with a crap load of snow too, and there's another one coming. So we could be. You know what? I really want to see that game being played in the snow tomorrow. I really, really do. Both games, the Green Bay game and that game, being played in the snow. That'd be freaking awesome, baby. You're not going to get the Indianapolis game because it's a dome, but you'll get the Green Bay game, the Philadelphia game, get them in the snow. Yeah, baby, yeah, that's what we want.
Well, here's a little bit of a stat here, Browning and Jeff. You know, the Eagles quarterback Nick Foles has a better record than the Saints' Drew Brees in games played at or below 32 degrees.
Oh, here we go again with the 32 degrees figure. What's the numbers?
Well, I'm looking at it right now, but 1-0 Foles doesn't really say. A record isn't much of a sample size. Neither, for that matter, is Breeze, who has a 2-3 mark.
Yeah, so you got it. The only one who's got a big enough sample size is Peyton Manning, and he sucks in the cold.
Yeah, think about last year, and remember, I was like, when he signed that contract with Denver, I remember thinking to myself, well, when the Broncos get to the playoffs, how's he going to handle the cold? Because Manning hasn't really played well. He's been more of the dome guy, the RCA Dome and the Lucas Oil Stadium.
Now I know why Manning went to Denver. Now I know why Manning went to Denver. I just figured it out. It took me a little bit, but I figured it out. Because he knew they were going to legalize marijuana.
Yeah.
Do you know they legalized marijuana starting on January 1st, which was Wednesday?
Yep.
Right? They legalized it. They opened up stores all over. Anybody could go and buy marijuana now, as long as you're 21 years or older. Do you know that they made over $1 million in their first day?
Jeez, I didn't know that.
They made over $1 million in their first day of business. How crazy is that? Okay?
That's nuts and crazy.
You want to know what's really cool about that? Is that 40% of the taxes goes to schools to help build schools and supply schools with what they need and pay teachers and all that. How great is that? That's cool. They're gonna raise a crap load of money. I'm telling you, dude, it's coming down the pike. Watch out. It's coming down the pike. Watch out. And I just figured it out. That's why Peyton Manning moved to Denver and wanted to play for Denver. Now I figured it out. Now I got it.
The next one we have, Jeff, the Rat Bastard of the Week, and I have had this one prepared. You know who I'm giving it to, Jeff?
Do
and
it.
You're going to like this too.
Do it.
Wes for getting
I knew
upset
it.
that his Steelers didn't make it to the playoffs and how he's blowing this whole thing out of
Still.
proportion. Sorry, Wes.
Still. Tomorrow it'll be 6 days. Sunday it'll be 7. Still. You're absolutely correct. He deserves it.
Because all this stuff that he's been posting on our walls on Facebook, I just sit there thinking, like at the beginning of the show, that is so Wes. How the heck would Roger Goodell spend that?
And Wes, there's no way in hell that Roger Goodell sat down and wrote that letter. I don't give a flying fig Newton what you say.
And then Wes would say, no, he really wrote the
he
letter,
didn't.
Jeff. I've got the letter
I
in
don't
my
believe
hand,
that.
Jeff.
I don't believe that because he doesn't write letters. He sends emails. So you're lying. You wrote that yourself. That's got you written all over it, dude. Don't tell me otherwise.
Well, he posted on my wall. He
Mine
said,
too.
3 yards for a crawl. That was a dip.
Okay.
We got screwed.
Whatever. You just blah, 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 blah. You just keep going there, Wessie boy.
San Diego wins the Super Bowl
I'm
this year.
gonna
Oh my
stick it in
gosh,
his
I would be
face.
like, Wes will be like saying, he'll be like, the NFL is rigged. It's
I'm
a
going to
scam.
send him.
The Chargers don't deserve
if
it.
the Chargers win, I'm going to send him the San Diego Superchargers theme song video. Right on his timeline, so he has to see it. In fact, I should do that anyway, just to piss him off. Send him the San Diego Superchargers video's theme song. San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Superchargers. Yeah, that's annoying, dude. Way annoying.
And then he would be like, he goes, I don't want to listen to this. I'm not in a good mood.
Exactly. That just piss him off even more. You know?
I knew, Browning, that since I picked him, you'd get a huge charge out of that,
great.
buddy, because, oh my goodness.
His team shouldn't have gone 0-4 to start the season. Maybe they would have made the playoffs. blaming it on the referees. Get the fuck out of here, dude, will you? Well, you got another topic really quick before we go off the air? We only got a couple of minutes left.
Chargers Chiefs. The Chargers fake punt illegal. That's what Wes is saying.
Whatever. You got another topic? Hello?
Yeah, okay, yes, I do. Let's see. As for the, oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Packers, Colts, Bengals beat the clock. They have decided, this is coming in right now, that all games will be
not played.
Avoid blackouts.
Damn it. All games avoided blackouts?
Yep, that just came in right now.
Just came in over the ticker right now.
Yep.
There's hot news coming off the press. Just in. Wow, really? Lucky bastards.
They were lucky to get the game sold out.
Well, they had to give them 3 extensions, man. They had to give
close.
What do you mean it was close? They had to give them 3 extensions to get it done.
Well, what I mean by close is that they were lucky to get it in there.
Sons of bitches got all the extensions they needed.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, man. You're supposed to get 72 hours before showtime. It's less than 24.
And here's some of the things that Jim Irsay is saying. He goes, what's all this jibber-jabber about a blackout? He goes, here's the weather forecast for tomorrow at kickoff. 72 and dry, LOL.
Yeah, because it's a dome, jackass. You're playing in a dome, which really doesn't matter tomorrow, does it?
No.
Exactly. You can make it 72 degrees and raining if you want inside of there. Smarty pants.
He probably would say, hey, Jeff, how would you like to come to the Colts game? It's in the dome. It's in the warm. You can enjoy watching the Colts Chiefs game.
I don't want to go anywhere. Can I do bong hits in the press box? No. Then I'm staying right here.
Yep.
I'm just going to watch it at my house. Besides, what time is that game tomorrow?
That game is, I believe it's 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 1:30 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, yeah, I'll be up by then.
I'll be watching it.
I might miss the Charger game, because the Charger game's 10 o'clock in the morning for us.
Yeah, darn it. It's a morning game where we're at, because we're on the West.
I might miss the first quarter or the first half, depending on how much I'm be sleeping in. Because you know me, I ain't getting up early, but lately I have been, so.
I can't wait to hear your pick on this one. You know, the Chargers, where you live in San Diego, playing your dark horse team, the Bengals.
Yeah, well, I'm in a conundrum right now, and, you know?
Yep.
I'm in a major conundrum right now. I got to figure out who I'm picking. I think I already have figured it out, and to me, this game is a no-lose situation. If the Charger wins, excellent. If Cincinnati wins, excellent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but whoever wins that game has to go to Denver to play Manning and the Broncos.
Not necessarily. Only if the Chargers win. I don't think Cincinnati does. They're a higher seed, right?
Yeah, I don't think they do. It will be very tough for Cincinnati to go on the road and win. They'd have to be lucky to get through Peyton Manning and Denver.
What seed is Cincinnati?
Cincinnati is the number 3 seed.
They're the number 3 seed, okay?
Chargers are 6.
Chargers are 6, right. So if Cincinnati wins, they would face New England, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Not Denver, right?
Right.
Okay. So then they'd have to go through Denver, then New England, right? Or New England, then Denver, right?
Right.
So they'll probably knock New England out first, then go knock Denver out, and then go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, no, come on. Not next Saturday night. I got to watch those Patriots win on Saturday night.
No, they're losing.
We'll be doing our show when the game is on next Saturday.
Yeah, I know. They're going to lose, too. Watch out for that, dude.
No. Come on. Brady and Belichick?
I know. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they're going to end up losing that game. Yeah, they're going to end up losing that game. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But yeah, I just have that feeling. Yeah. Yeah, and
just
you want to know
when you were happy when Baltimore beat New England, which really upset me.
Yeah. I just have that feeling. And you want to know something? If San Diego wins this weekend, they'll be on the road through the entire thing. And when was the last time a team in the playoffs won every game on the road without going home and went to the Super Bowl and won?
Goes back to 2007, Jeff, and I don't need to remember that one.
Yeah. I wonder who that was, huh?
Your Giants.
The Giants did it, right? So what a coinky dink would it be if the San Diego Chargers did it now?
Ooh, Wes is like saying, I don't want to hear it, Jeff. I don't want to hear it.
See, that's just another twist on it for you, Wes. Just another twist I put on it.
Bastard of the week there, Wes.
Wes, I just put another twist on it for you rat bastard. That's all. Hey, I want everybody to have a great weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out with Sean and I here on Sports World Radio tonight. Remember, we're doing NFL Real Talk tomorrow, 10 p.m. on the East, 7 p.m. on the West. Until then, my friends, this has been Sports World Radio. That is Sean Mann. I am Jeff Escow. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon?